What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric from East Computer Solutions, and welcome to Wine Wednesday, the day of the week where we have the lovely ladies and we talk about technology and everything in between. I'm your host. I'm Easy, Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. You see, I do this, God damn it, every time. I got the.
How many times did you ask us if our audio was ready?
Like, I know this, and I'm the one that asks if the audio is ready. I'm not even ready. So, welcome to Wine Wednesday. I am your captain, Captain Easy. And I got the lovely ladies on Wine Wednesday. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. Woo! So let me go on and introduce the ladies. I got Scrumptious Kimmy in the building. Hey, see, Cam doing this thing. Wait, hold up now. Cam
oh, really? We going down? We coming out the gate like that? Oh, we took an L.
Yeah, y'all did take an L, huh?
We 1-1. We 1-1 just like y'all.
Yeah, thanks. All right, we got Catwoman. Meow. Let's see. I'm dumb. I'm drunk. I said in the stream on TK stream. I said, "Hey, I've been drinking all day. I'm getting ready for the stream."
I don't think you should.
Bailey the Betty in the building. Catwoman, what's up?
Meow. Hi, everyone.
Yes. And we got Ashley in the building once again, the newest VIP. Now you've been on there about 4 or 5 weeks now. You know, we getting you there. We getting you there. Well,
hey, what's up, you guys?
Yes, all right. And I see people starting to come on the stream. Welcome to the live stream. Yes. I see a lot of people coming on. TK is in the building. There we got Mark T in the building. What's up with your Mark Teasley? And we got people joining the stream. Welcome, guys. And
what up, savage scientist?
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, another side of the stream. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Whoa, look at everybody coming in.
Phone tech at work. What's up?
Hey.
Phone tech at work in the building. That's what I'm talking about. So, ladies, let's get into the news of the week. The biggest, hottest news of the week. The hottest news of the week. Galaxy Note 9 burned up in an elevator in a woman's purse. She pulled it out, threw it on the ground, and said, "It burned. It burned. Oh my God, it burned." What happened? What's going on?
Let it burn.
So here is the article from Fortune.com. So basically, a woman was in the elevator and her Note 9 was in her purse and it got hot, caught on fire. She put her hand in trying to get the phone out, but she burned her hand before she could get it out. And then she was in the elevator by herself, frantically pressing buttons. And she was finally out. And a good Samaritan came over with the cloth, picked it up and dumped it in some water, saved her life. And she is now suing Samsung and demanding that the Note 9 be taken off the market.
Oh, boy. Well, this is only one incident. So
right.
It is only one incident.
The Note 7 had multiple incidents.
Well, it's early.
Yes, but more than 50% of those incidents were fake. They were proven to be fraudulent and tampered with. Okay. And good news for all those Note lovers out there. Samsung stands behind their products. Okay. They said it is safer than ever. Samsung takes customer safety very seriously, and we stand behind the quality of the millions of Galaxy devices in use in the United States. So they will deal with this on an individual basis, but they will not be recalling the Note 9.
That's well
good.
It's one phone, so I don't expect them to.
Right. And you know what? Here's the thing about it. Like, I mean, it's what is it? Look, you can't say that every device that comes off the assembly line is going to be 100% perfect. We know that from vehicles, right? I mean, we got cars that get items recalled all the time. So I think the Galaxy Note 9 had that one incident, one isolated incident, and Samsung go give her that phone call and probably give her that secret check, and everything will be all as well. I don't think that Samsung is going to do a recall on the Galaxy Note 9. I think the Galaxy Note 9 is pretty good. I don't have any problem with mine, and millions of people that bought the Galaxy Note 9 don't think they're gonna have problems with that. So I think it's gonna be all right. I think it's gonna be all right. And Samsung, look, Samsung doing it. They listen. One thing about Samsung, they getting ready for their new device that's coming out next month. They got another keynote address. So look, all the PR stuff and all the people all the big publications that's talking about it. Samsung is saying, hey, look, we stand by our product. It is what it is. It's one isolated incident. They are Galaxy Note 7. They are looking into it, investigating it, however they're going to do, and boom, there it is. So I think, don't burn your tongue.
Stop before I throw it at you as a grenade. Yes. I love my baby. Yes. No, Samsung is doing, I think they're doing right by standing behind the product, so much so that they are pushing an update to the S8, the Note 8, and the S8 Plus so that it can have AR emoji and slow motion. Now, we all know here that we don't give a fuck about AR emoji because that shit is trash, okay? But the slow motion, that's awesome. And I'm going to test it out to see if they fix the 60 frames per second, 1080p 60 frames per second. So I am excited about that.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Samsung is fully aware about it, and I think it's going to be all good. It's going to be all good. That's why we got 9 lives.
9 lives. I do. And I give them all up for the Note 7.
Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on. Wait. Time out. Now, I remember you was talking about this, about another phone. Like, what is that phone you was talking about before with the hashtag 8 hours? What was that? What is that? That's not the Note 7.
Oh, you talking about
the watch?
Oh, the watch.
I thought it was the watch.
And the watch, yeah. You got me the watch.
That's pretty.
And the volume, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So, yay! What's up? I see everybody in the stream. All right, so everybody in the stream, welcome to Wine Wizard. Listen, it's so special. Wine Wizard is so special, man, because everybody's always set aside this special time, this special day to come on here and have some hella fun. Hella fun. That's what we go call it. Hella fun. It's okay to use the Note 9 to start a wood fire, to start firewood.
Maybe beam the sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that way. 10-minute tech review said that they are not going to do it to us again. Hashtag rebels. Hashtag alliance. Yes, I've already started backing up firmware for such an occasion. I ain't going to be sleeping on this. Fuck no.
Yeah, you know how it all started. A lot of people say don't plug your phone up overnight and all that because of overheating. But people got to understand, if you're using the supplied cord and the supplied brick, that's what you're supposed to use. Now, a lot of people be buying these aftermarket plugs from Amazon. This what happens a lot with those aftermarket plugs. It's like I could get 5 plugs for $5 off of Amazon in this USB Type-C. And that's why your phone burn out.
And fast.
Buy one, get 10 free.
Yeah, buy one, get 10 free.
Funny to me because I would be sold by it.
Oh, I'm warning you about that. Well, the SX that you're getting, Max, it's not coming with a dongle. All right, just make sure you get a good dongle.
I got a dongle.
Okay, good.
Look.
Ooh, look at that.
Right here.
Yeah. A little white dongle.
The white dongle.
See, it's easy for us women to have dongle bags. But I was sitting at dinner with TK tonight, and he had a dongle in his wallet. And I'm like, you just whipping out your dongle in front of everybody.
He said, now TK, hold on, what you doing with a dongle in your wallet, TK? Hold on, time out. TK, I know you're in the building. And what you doing with the dongle in your wallet, man?
And Ashley, she's so cute today. I asked her, I was like, hey, do you want to do a collab video on what's in your dongle bag? And she's like, what's a dongle bag?
So wait, let me ask y'all a question. Let's go and talk about Apple a little bit. I mean, you got a lot of Apple hate going on out there right now. Everybody saying, hold on, time out. We got problems with this phone. It's no problem with the phone. People is criticizing the price, criticizing what you get for the price. Now, if we reverse and go back to 2017, the iPhone 10 came out at the $999 price point. Yeah, people complain just like they complain about this phone. So what's different this time? It's the same phone with updated specs, the same price.
And it's bigger too. You have a bigger display.
No, 5.8. It's the same thing. No. We talk about the iPhone XS, the S, the 5.8 inch, $999. Now the Max is going to be
6.5.
6.5 at $11.99 or $10.99. It's $100 or $200 more. And look, don't get me wrong. I understand people complain because we talked about this, right, Catwoman, about 64 gigs. That's the only thing that really pissed me off about this phone. 64 gigabytes. Now, not having a fast charger, not having a dongle, and 64 gigabytes. That's three major L's. Three major L's for Apple right now. Now, we already know the screen technology is 780 or 800p or whatever. I'm okay with the resolution because Apple has always had low resolution, but their screens look good though. But I think Apple taking major L's for probably that dongle probably don't cost Apple no more than about 5 cents, maybe 2 pennies. Also the fast charger, man, that to me is a major L. The fast charger. Yeah. I mean, Samsung give you. I mean, you could go from 0 to 100 in no time with a fast charger.
I feel like the fast charger is the thing that I wish they would incorporate the most. Like, to be honest, I never use my dongle, so I don't really care about that.
Well, I mean, a lot of people using wireless. I mean, look, I don't use the headphone jack. I haven't used a headphone jack in a long time. I use wireless. Everything is wireless.
Right.
So, but I do understand people that want to use the headphone jack. But again, we run into the problem of charging your phone and using the headphone jack at the same time, which you still got to get a dongle either way. So I don't know. I mean, what's your thoughts about it, Ashley?
I mean, I'm a fan of Apple, so I'm going to go ahead and buy the phone anyway. I don't need the dongle. I don't know why it's
Echo. It's Eric.
That's me?
No, it's Ashley.
It stopped. I think.
Is it me?
It's gone.
Okay, it's gone.
Okay. I don't need the dongle. The fast charger, do I wish we had it? Absolutely. Do I need it? Not really. There's always a will to plug up my phone wherever I am. So I'm going to buy the phone. You know, I'm happy with it. I'm excited I got the iPhone 7. I need an upgrade. So I'm excited for the phone regardless of the price. Prices are going to go up anyways. Prices go up in everything. So I'm excited about the price. I mean, not the price, the phone.
Yeah. And I mean, look, here's the thing. Most Apple people, and I said this in the video, and wow, I mean, anybody that haven't saw my Galaxy Note 9 versus iPhone SX, I don't know what they call it. But I said this in the video. I said, iOS people don't care about notes in Android. They love their iPhone. They give less than fucks about what's going on in the Android ecosystem. Right. But it's just the opposite with Android people. I'm starting to see more and more of Android people popping in iOS comments and you know, say, oh, it's trash and this, that, and other. And everybody that I talk to that has an iPhone, they love their phones. They don't have no problem with their phone. They got a large ecosystem. It's no issues with phones. So with all that said and done, I think iOS people and Apple people is going to flourish the moment. It's all about Apple. I mean, that's what they love. They sucked in the ecosystem, and that's what it's all about.
You know, I feel like Apple is so easy to use. My kids use iPads. They love iPads, and they picked up the iPad when they're like 1, and they're using it and they have no problem. It's just Apple is just like very user friendly, just easy to use. I feel.
Yeah, and Savage Scientist, I want to make that comment. Yes, who that? The Who That Nation go be in the building this Sunday where we go against the Falcons, where we pluck the feather out them bitches. Straight up. And listen, let me give it this.
Oh, I hope it ends in a tie. Let it tie.
No, I want to give a disclaimer.
We already had 2 this year. Let's get another tie.
This is Wild Wednesday, so you may hear some off-the-cuff stuff here, profanity-wise, on this live stream. So if you have sensitive ears, please go on the exit the stream right now, because you will hear stuff that's not appropriate for the young. So just put that disclaimer out there. You're going to hear stuff come out of our mouths that you don't usually hear, especially for the new people that's watching this stream for the first time. Welcome to the live stream. But yeah.
I've been drinking since 6 o'clock.
Ooh.
Yeah. Why were you drinking since 6?
A number of reasons.
Okay.
Is it because you were happy or because you were sad?
I was very happy.
That's a good reason.
I'm happy. Let's see. Don't joke. We're going to send
I want to address the YouTubers out there that are making videos about the iPhone XS and XS Max and XR. Nobody is addressing something very, very important. And that is that Memojis are here to stay. Everybody keeps talking about all of these features. Like, yeah, the display is good. And
Memojis.
Yeah, the battery is good. Fuck that shit. It got emojis and it got Memojis. Okay? That's what people need to be hitting on. I want to see the Memoji action. All these videos came out. Ain't nobody talking about and showing how to demo the Memojis. I want to see a difference. I saw a girl today on Instagram do a Memoji. She turned herself into Nicki Minaj and she was reciting what she said on Queen Radio. Okay? I saw on TV somebody that looked like Snoop Dogg and it looked like they were using Memoji technology. Why is nobody talking about this? This is amazing. I'm so happy.
I'm with TK. After about a month, that shit's gonna get old. That ain't even TK. That Don't Take It Work said that. After a month, that shit's gonna be old.
But it's so amazing. Have you guys not seen the commercial with Snoop Dogg and it's only his head?
Yeah, that's cool.
I love that commercial. I'm like, oh,
shit.
snap. It looks like they're gonna start making celebrity Memojis aside from the Disney and cartoon character ones. So I'm excited about that.
Well, as you can see the stream of people saying you're getting a $1,000 Memoji phone with 720p. Now,
excuse me, I'm getting a $750 Memoji machine. Okay.
Are you gonna get Apple Care and are you gonna pay taxes?
Oh fuck yeah, I gotta get. Yeah.
All right. Well, it ain't $700.
Okay, it's $1,000 in.
It's $1,000.
Ah, coño, that's true.
Apple Care. Look, Apple Care will cost you $299.
Yes.
Or $199.
What? I paid $100 when I had my iPad.
This tax.
No, ma'am.
Hi, Emily.
Oh, Emily.
Hey, Emily.
Hey.
Whoa. He's taking it to the next level. I love it so much.
She came in here like Shannon Sharp. Whoa.
What is happening?
That Emily could back me up here on my point of what I'm talking about.
Tell me, girl.
Nobody is talking about the real reason why the iPhone is the best. It's not the display, it's not the battery, it's not the ecosystem, it's the Memojis. Did you see that commercial with Snoop Dogg and he's just a head? That's Memoji technology right there.
Right.
There's an Instagram of a girl who she put her face like Nicki Minaj and she's reciting what she said on Queen Radio.
Right.
Like, the future is here.
Yes, it is.
Usually only happens in Hollywood and it's so close. It's going to be so easy to do.
we talked about that when we were talking about how pumped you were for this technology. Was that like, how much does this allow us to do? And now you can record calls where you and I are just our animated heads. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about getting my makeup did or none of that shit.
I know. I've been playing. Once we can get it here, I'm not going to go on YouTube as myself anymore. I'm just going to be Memoji.
Yes,
exactly. I just need to Memoji all of my videos.
I'm sorry, Eric, but we're going to steal your thunder. You being in a captain's ship and all, we all going to be Memojis.
Wait, captain's ship. Do you know where he is?
Yeah, he's on the Star Trek.
Enterprise.
I wanted to hear her
guess. Enterprise.
He's on the Enterprise.
I'm on the bridge of the Enterprise. Can you see the seat over there? I'm in the captain's chair.
That's that captain.
Right there. Come on, let's go. Let's see. We go fly to whatever, you know what I'm saying? Warp speed.
You know what? I thought that those stuff behind you were vending machines.
That they do look like vending machines.
That's a computer console.
They do.
Well,
they do.
Yeah, I know
at least she's willing to admit that.
They do look like vending machines.
I know that now.
That's how they were trying to make their tech look, right? They were taking things that they had and trying to make it look trickier. But I mean, you know, people couldn't even think of the stuff that we've got now. And now the stuff that we're thinking of in movies, like I want those like big break apart things. God, the visual displays like they have in the Iron Man movies where he just walks in to a display in the air and moves all the things. No. Oh, I'm not in the chat yet, so I don't know what's happening.
Oh yeah.
So TK is talking about supercuts. He said supercuts. I like supercuts better. Supercuts are wide open, y'all.
Shout out to TK. He says supercuts is wide open. Look,
he's got these supercuts going.
I got the notch going on right now, so maybe I need to hit supercuts. I got the notch. I got the big notch going on.
Oh my goodness, too much.
Sorry, Tech Rant, for offending you about the Enterprise. Unfortunately, I'm not a Trekkie.
Yes.
I mean, this is stuff though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not a Trekkie, but I knew what it was called.
My father saw this live stream right now. He would be very disappointed with me because I remember specifically I was like 8 years old and I told him that I didn't like Star Wars and he told me I was dumb.
Well, that's harsh, but I mean, not liking Star Wars is also harsh.
Right? I didn't know. I was 8. I didn't really know English that well. I don't know what was going on.
I mean, here's what I say to my kid. I'm like, I understand that you're saying that, but you're wrong. So understand that you're wrong and we will move on. And my 10-year-old's like, but that's what I think. I'm like, but you're thinking wrong. And it's my job to teach you.
Nah, my dad's a savage. He said it in Spanish, so you know it sounds worse. Like,
he does.
Estúpida. And I'm like, whoa.
I mean, getting yelled at in Spanish is only, you know, it's bad, but it's not as bad as getting yelled at in German, which was my grandmother, which just sounds like you're about to die.
Oh,
but it still sounds, like you know you're in for it.
Yeah.
Getting yelled at in another language.
So we got another super chat. Salvage said, give us $3.57. He upgraded to Windows 95.
I think he said upgrade to Windows 95. I'm not.
Yeah, because we were talking about DOS. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, there's a lot of stuff still on DOS.
Yes, and thank you for the $5 super chat. Phone Tech at Work. He said supercuts are wide open. My iPhone X Max has been 15 minutes away from me since Monday. FedEx is holding.
Oh wow!
I hate that.
I hate that too.
It's pain, man. It's pain. And it's really pain because I was complaining about this live on my on Instagram earlier today. But 2 launches ago, everyone had to wait for their phones, except for very few print journalist reviewers. And last year and this year, Apple is letting the tech reviewers on YouTube access their stuff earlier, but they're releasing the bans earlier. So they're releasing the I can't think because I'm on
the
cold
unboxing videos and
the embargoes. They're releasing the embargoes earlier so that all of those unboxings and stuff can go live and in the wild before the rest of us, struggling for scraps, get our phone. So I'm like, just release them already. Like, you've got the phone, just ship it to the house. Like, at this point, everybody's already unboxing them. Like, what's the matter? What's the matter after Wednesday?
So funny, and look, I see this guy called Tech Life. He want everybody to know that that's a YouTube channel. Welcome to Easy Computer Solutions. We see the comments. Woo! You got a YouTube channel. That's what I'm talking. I'm gonna hit your YouTube channel up, and I'm gonna take a look at it, and hopefully you got a very good channel, and I'm gonna hit subscribe, and we're gonna watch it. I see what you're doing. I see you spamming me. I got a YouTube channel. Listen, but you know what? I say this to a lot of young YouTubers. That's the wrong thing to do. Don't spam nobody's streams and don't spam and all. Don't do that. Listen, put the work in. How many? I don't know how many times I tell YouTubers that come to me for advice. Listen, the YouTube algorithm is bad. We know this. You're not getting views or subscribers. Listen, we all in the same boat here. We know this already.
Yes, Emily, he has a YouTube channel now.
What is the fix for that? The fix is grind hard, work hard, put out your content, and do good. That's my answer to a lot of people.
TK, I'll let TK handle it. TK, I'm turning it over to you.
He doesn't have a wrench though. We're gonna have to put him in timeout in a minute.
Yep. Sorry. It's going to get a lot harder for everybody. Do we want to just dive in? Should we talk iPhones for a bit, or do you just want to dive into the European Union?
iPhones. Keep it going.
Yes. We'll come back around. Did we talk about what everybody ordered?
Yes,
everybody actually ordered last time.
Yeah,
I feel like it needs to be here already. Well, we hadn't ordered yet. What was everybody's pre-order experience like?
That's pretty easy. Call T-Mobile and say, hey, I want the iPhone XS Max, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool.
When did you do that? The next morning?
Nah, I did that, yesterday. It's still going to be here by Friday.
There you go. There you go. I'm going to check ship times on Apple right now, and I'm getting... Is anyone else hearing me echo? Is it just me?
Yeah. I keep
hearing it. No, I don't. It's gone.
Okay, good. Ashley, did you pre-order?
Absolutely. iPhone XS Max and Gold.
Where did you pre-order through? Did you do it at midnight? How was it for you?
I ordered it at Verizon, and we actually called Verizon like the day before, and they took all our information down and they put it in like around 7 o'clock before midnight.
That is a good way to do it. I didn't know Verizon did that.
I think they wanted to. I feel like they wanted to use our name to like get more iPhones into their place. Like, yeah. Let's take your info. So they did.
The ship times have pushed on these now, though. They've pushed to like 1 to 2 weeks out through Apple, but I think you're still going to be able to get them day of through the app. I think people, depending on the color and size, I think people will be able to throw them in the app day of. Are you getting yours day of shipped from Verizon, Ashley?
Yeah, I am.
So you get to play the waiting game.
Oh my God. I've been dying since like the weekend.
Me too.
I want it.
Same goal.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I have a question for y'all. Listen, I got all the iPhones from the very first iPhone, and I got iOS 12 running on all the iPhones that I got running right now. I think the iPhone 6, 6S, 7, and 8, and the 10. What's going to be different on the iPhone Max that's going to be different from the iPhone 8?
Edge-to-edge screen. And it's bigger. I mean, are you talking about the 8 Plus?
I'm just saying, like, the same experience. Like, I mean, I know everybody excited to get the new iPhones, but if you already have an iPhone running iOS 12, then what's the difference if you already got like an 8 Plus?
I mean, it's going to be me and the iPhone. That's what
you can do the adjustable depth of field. I do not see an iOS 12 on my.
Do you have Echo?
I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't know. It's me.
Somebody says an echo. Am I echoing?
I'm
No,
echoing.
it's only Emily right now.
I muted myself on purpose just to make sure it wasn't me that was causing the echo.
Hold on. Let me see if it's me.
You only hear it when Emily talks.
I only hear it when I talk too. Oh, I don't hear it anymore.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What were we talking about? Oh, the difference. What the difference is. So, I don't see the adjustable features in the camera from the 10. Obviously, it's big. Oh my God, it looks so weird when you drink easy. It disappears on your green screen.
By the way, this is a green screen. So,
wow.
This is so it's by chance anybody didn't know. You see that? It's like
wow.
You're a green.
I like that.
Right. It's a green screen. And guess what?
You broke the fourth wall.
It's so good.
I can walk through walls.
Matrix up in here.
2 super chats that happened recently. Total Tech says that he has a YouTube channel. It's called Mick Dingo. And then Tech Right gave us a $2 super chat. He said, "Keep up the good work, Easy, and you too, ladies." Thank you.
Thank you. So what's new is what you're asking, Easy. Out of the box, for me, upgrading from the X, the 10, which I love, it's obviously getting back into that plus size factor. I mean, I've got my case is here ready to go. This is substantially bigger. Ashley, is that you, girl?
Uh-oh. Ashley.
She muted. Y'all good.
All right.
So I've got my new iPhone case ready to go. And it's substantially bigger, the iPhone case for the Plus. Or for the Max, obviously.
That's a club?
What?
The card club?
What?
You know, like the symbol, the diamond, spade.
Oh, yeah, it's Kate Spade. That's a spade.
Oh, it's a Kate Spade. Oh, okay, it's a spade. Okay, I thought it was a club.
Y'all know that I am bougie. I make no apologies. But the reason I got this case is because it has, we're not doing a case review, but it has a ring that you can stick to the case. So instead of having a pop socket, it has a ring that matches, but you can choose where to stick it. So
how sturdy is that ring though?
It's sturdy.
Okay, how long does it last? Because I've been having not so good experiences with rings. They get a little flimsy over time, and when I try to, put it in landscape mode to watch something,
right,
or portrait mode, it just falls over.
This one's pretty tight. I mean, we'll see. It's my first ring, but it's got 3M sticky. It's a tight junction. It's my first ring. I've been pop socketing for like 2 years now. But it matches the case, and the case is half clear, which is critical with this phone, and it's really thin. But this case is substantially bigger than this damn phone.
Yeah.
So it's going to be exciting to get back to the bigger form factor. But Eric's
like, the little cloud print on there. It's so cute.
BestBuy.com.
Oh, nice.
It's going to look so good with that gold phone in it. And then I can choose where to stick this guy. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, I'm super excited, but this is way bigger. So it's going to feel bigger in hand, Easy. Obviously, the unboxing is going to be the same experience we've had for the years gone by. The boxes haven't changed. They're just pretty. Seeing the new gold color is going to be exciting. Using the depth of field is going to be great. It's going to be faster. Face ID looks significantly faster. From all the videos I've watched about this phone, Face ID looks really fast. It's pretty, and it's pretty. So getting the gold color is going to feel significantly different. Other than that, I don't know what else is going to feel different because I've been on iOS 12 for about 2 months now, and I love it.
I have a confession to make about the iPhones.
Preach.
I am not going to get the iPhone XR when it launches, because I need to go to Apple and I need to hold both the XS Max and the 10R in my hand before I buy the 10R.
What's going to happen is you're going to hold the XS Max and then you're going to buy it.
Yep.
That's what Apple does. You're going to be like, it feels so good.
Well, you know why, right? It's because when you got the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, which is a 6.4-inch phone, and all of a sudden now you go into a little tiny 6.1-inch phone.
Yeah.
And you like that big phone in your hand. It has to feel good in the hand.
Yeah. So before I'm not gonna order the 10R right when it comes out. I'm going to wait until they're both in the store. I'm gonna walk in there and then
they're already in the store.
Well, the 10R is about the same size as the 10. You can go in and hold the 10 and the Max and get a sense for it. The 10R is the same size as this.
And that's why I told her just to get the 10 if she's gonna do that.
Yeah, don't cheat yourself.
Well, I know. I wouldn't want to get the 10 either. No shade to the 10.
You'll get the size factor I feel like I'm yelling. I'm sorry, guys. If you want the size of it, you'll get the size differential from the 10 and the Max, and you can judge it that way. And then you can know if you want to. I mean, I don't think the R is going to sell out. I think if you use the Apple Store app, you'll be able to find one in the color in the Apple Store near you. If there's one close, day of.
Yeah,
and
I
you'll
know
be
a
able
lot
to go
of
pick
people
it
are
up.
going for the coral.
Coral's beautiful.
Did you guys see
wow.
Morris? He did a video about the 10R, and he's like, I like the coral from Walking Dead.
Shout out to Tech Right. He's in the building. I watch his.
He doesn't want to hear from us at all. He's like, we're just going back to the chat room.
No. I see a good buddy of mine in the chat room. BB
updating at all. Oh well.
Hey, you were the one who wanted to have a whole bunch of women in your live stream. This is what you get.
Yep, you got a whole.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, we didn't finish talking about. So you're not going to pre-order right away.
No.
Eric called it in. You called it in. I pre-ordered through Apple.com. Well, Apple the app because it's always faster. But Verizon crashed. Like Verizon's website just went fucking down.
I saw that happen to. I saw. It was technically T, Corey, Viper, and Zach Talks Tech. They were doing it live, and Viper was doing it through Verizon, and he was having problems with the Verizon website at midnight. Well, midnight Pacific.
Somebody just asked the question of Catwoman: how many phones have you had in the past 12 months?
Why you want to rob me? How many phones have I had in the last 12 months?
She doesn't say she's monogamous, though, y'all.
She used to be.
We've all been Samsung.
She was a Samsung slut.
I know she was, and you turned her out.
Yeah. Look, you wait till I get on the big boy.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I have a little devil in my ear every day. His name is Mr. Catwoman, and he's like, don't get the 10R. You know you're not going to want it. You're not about that life. You know you want the biggest and the best.
About that life. Well, that might be true. You don't want to have Max envy. You definitely don't need that.
I don't want to have Max envy, but I could not be bougie once in a while. Right?
That's some cool shit.
Can't relate.
She said she wants to be a peasant every now and again.
I had a husband that wants them to spend more money, but that's him right now.
She's like, I'm grounded. I'm like, here, look, my husband won't let me upgrade my TV. So if I'm going to watch Netflix, I didn't think this screen bothered me because this was the same size as the big screen from the 8 Plus. But now I'm like, especially this last bout of the flu, I've been just binge watching Netflix on my phone in bed. I'm like, I could get behind a bigger screen. Like I didn't realize. And when I travel, I don't even turn on a TV in a hotel room anymore. I mean, I just don't. I watch everything on my phone. I don't even want to open my lap. I've gotten so damn lazy. I don't even want to open my laptop. Everything's on my phone. So I want that screen to be big as hell.
Uh-oh.
Read that super chat, Catwoman. For you.
Total Tech just gave a super chat of $4.99. He said, "Let Catwoman have what she wants. I mean, hashtag 8 hours gets you anything." You would think, right? And he couldn't even last. He's scared of me now.
That's what.
And I'm like, you still got how many hours?
Shout out to Mr. Catwoman. You've been called on the carpet.
Savage scientists wanted it to know, why is my husband's name Mr. Catwoman? So
Meow.
It's a funny story. Right? Eric used to do live streams on Saturday, and he would bring guys on. And my husband came on once, and he just called him Mr. Catwoman, and my husband just accepted it. That's it. And then actually,
you can always call Batman.
Somebody tried to change his name. He's like, "Oh, we'll change your name to Batman or something." He's like, "No, I'm Mr. Catwoman. I'm not going to shine away from my wife." And I'm like,
Mr. Catwoman's ride or die. I dig it. He's ride or die. I like it.
I had to stick a man on the end of that. I was like, "Hey, Mr. Catwoman, man it up."
Mr. Catwoman, man. And then Total Talks another super chat. My goodness, Dag! Oh wow, you are very grateful when you're drunk. He said, "Where the super hats at?" Let me find out my drunk.
Super chats. Wow.
He said super hats, not super chat.
Oh wow.
It was super cuts. That was super hats. What else is he gonna call it?
I cannot get you drunk before streams anymore.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, baby girl? Baby girl is in the building, Catwoman.
People say Saturday night streams for the win. I mean, look, I'm getting a lot of people asking me about Saturday night streams. I haven't done a Saturday night stream in months. I popped up a Friday night stream. I did a Friday night stream off the cuff. And so a lot of people have been asking me about Saturday night streams. I don't know. I got to take a vote on it. I got to see if the Saturday night streams is worth doing. I know a lot of people stream. I know we stream on Wednesdays. I know they got people stream on Thursdays. People stream on Fridays. So I don't know. I'm still debating on whether I'm gonna start my streams back because it's a commitment for me. It's a large commitment for me because if I start it, I won't stop it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Well, the Oracle needs her time too.
Yes.
And I think the Oracle deserves it because we know Easy works all the damn time.
Yeah, I drop videos every day. Yeah, it's been fun though. I mean, look, what I learned this YouTube stuff, right, is that I have fun. I do my video, do a lot of editing, make it look pretty, and I put it up there, and people have fun watching my videos.
Where'd Ashley go? We just lost her.
Oh,
Ashley got to come back.
Me last week.
We have to sing happy birthday to you.
Yes, and this is Catwoman birthday weekend. So
yes,
everybody hashtag happy birthday Catwoman in the building.
Okay, Mr. Catwoman got to put in his 8 hours in.
Say he got to return the favor.
Yes.
Wow, he gives me so much. I don't know if I can handle it.
What? That's what he said.
One good turn deserves another. Yeah. Ashley's husband was like, peace.
So I say Monday Morning Hangover was good. Yeah. When I did Monday Morning Hangover, I did sports and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, it was hard for me to do Monday Morning Hangover, especially after Sunday night. I mean, for us football fans, I mean, we watch the sports from morning to night, and we having fun and drinking all day. So it's hard to get up on Monday morning and do that. It was like difficult. I wake up like, ooh, it's 8 o'clock. I got to do my Monday Morning Hangover. I did it so early in the morning, and I did it for a long time. I remember doing Monday Morning Hangover when nobody was watching. And then I started building the crowd up. So I don't know. I got some options here, so I don't know. Monday Morning Hangover. Yeah, it was. Oof. Monday Morning Hangover was good. I like Monday Morning Hangover. Actually, I come in for 1 hour, and we talk about sports, technology, and stuff like that. I mainly talk about sports because we talked about sports scores, and we kind of get a little, dig down deep into who's won what and all that stuff like that. So I don't know. I might get back into that though. It was fun.
You might want to take a page from Technically T. He said, "Bund alert is real." Sometimes he has to hop off live streams.
Yeah.
You gotta get your bun time.
Yeah. What's my thoughts on Teddy Bridgewater? See, that's why I did Monday Morning Hangover, because we talked about sports. That was like Sports Central, And
you literally be hungover, right?
Yeah, oh my God, I was on there like, what's up, guys? It's Monday Morning Hangover. And I used to get hyped because I used to have a big cup of coffee, and I used to be hyped. And I used to do Monday Morning Hangover at Starbucks. So that was fun. It was a lot of fun. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button if you like what I'm doing here. Please go on and do that. But look, here's the thing, ladies. Guess what? Come October, it is smartphone season. Oh my God, we got so many keynote addresses in October. We have literally 7 keynote addresses in October. October is going to be insane. You got the Pixel 3, you got the Razr, you got Samsung coming out with another keynote address, you got Apple with another keynote address, you have LG with a keynote address. You have so much going on in the month of October. And Huawei, the Mate 20, and not only that, but you got Sony. Ain't Sony coming out with a keynote address in October? I mean, you got 7, 8 keynote addresses. It's going to be a busy month for us tech reviewers. So get your popcorn ready. I mean, this is insane. This is like the first time I ever witnessed this, that you got so many keynote addresses in October. They get ready for the holiday season. So if you haven't made that final purchase yet, hold up. Stop. They got a lot of stuff coming out. That Samsung event going to be very special because this is Samsung don't do this. So that Samsung event is going to be very special.
Lee G said he thought Huawei was in jail.
No, sir.
Huawei is not in jail.
The stream is the show tonight, people.
I know.
Yeah.
That's just that it is happening in the stream.
Yeah, I'm seeing double.
If you're catching the
back in here, what happened?
To get on this live.
Yeah. I tell you what, for everybody and I get a lot of people that watch the streams. Look, shout out to everybody that go to the gym and not watch the stream, but listen to the stream. And I listen to you guys. I hear you guys. Your guys want me to put this in an audio format. I'm working on it. A lot of people request audio formats in the live streams because it's a lot easier on the data if I do it in the podcast version. So I'm working on it. And a lot of people that like to listen to the streams in their vehicles or in their stuff like that, like in the gym, to get a laugh on.
Where's Kevin? He's supposed to work on that.
I've been supposed to work on it. Listen, here's the thing. I work 7 days.
No, Catwoman said make Kevin do it.
Yeah.
Listen, Kevin is on the stream right now. I promise you.
I know. I'm
put a lot on this plate. I put a lot on this plate. And y'all have no idea how much stuff I put on Kevin's plate. Listen, if y'all only knew how much stuff I put on Kevin's plate, you'd be like, wait a minute, easy. You put too much on the guy.
Easy, then you need to get Kevin to hire another Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. It's very difficult to get somebody like Kevin. Kevin is extremely dedicated to the cause. Kev, listen.
There he is, technically.
There it is. See, there it is.
They calling Kevin a unicorn. He's a mythical creature and stuff.
One thing about it, Kevin will always be in my street.
That's not my department.
He will always look. I always put a lot of stuff on his plate. He knows that already. So I I'm gonna try to seek another avenue to try to get the podcast. I don't know. Maybe I might put it on Kevin Plate. Shout out to Kevin in the stream.
Okay, Kevin, that's not your department. All right, we need to hire somebody for that department.
Uh-oh, we got a fake account that calls itself TK?
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't notice it? They didn't have an avatar.
The YouTube problem.
Super chat again, Total Tech.
Oh my God. Please somebody block that clown.
I like Sean Begavalez's idea that the manufacturers should work together and have like a pageant competition of the new phones. Like, you know, America's next best smartphone or something.
That would
and just make them all compete. That would be amazing.
Phones just strutting on the catwalk. Yo!
Like, this is what my 1080p video looks like.
Ashley!
Oh,
Ashley's back.
What's up, Ashley?
She's back from that quickie. No, we
Figure
stop.
out my AirPods.
Got him.
I got a question for you real quick, Emily. How long does your battery last on your AirPods when you're using them?
Girl, not long enough.
I know.
Mine dies, and I will end up taking one out and charging it and then switching off about midway through the stream. They don't last the whole stream. I don't know. The tech couple has AirPods that last the whole stream. Mine will never last 2 hours of talk time.
You gotta go over there and steal them.
Mine lasts like 1 hour and like 40 minutes. And then I start getting the little like alerts and stuff like that. So I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I will. So you'll see me take one out and like pop it back into my charger and then switch them back and forth for the rest of the stream. I can do it. You can do it with just one.
Yeah.
But you know what's so funny about it is that we was waiting on Apple to release a second pair. What's up with that?
I don't know. And I thought they were going to release. Well, we'll see what comes in October. We'll see what comes in October because I'm going to be pissed if I don't see this Air Maxi Pad thing. The mat, whatever they call it, the pad. They started it with the iPad. But that charging mat, I will be pissed if I don't see that. And I really want to see the new case because I heard they said they were going to release a new case to allow these to wirelessly charge. So we'll see. I don't know how much use it will have. I keep a lot of things on my nightstand and I don't want wireless charging taking place near my head while I'm sleeping. So yeah, that's so tech couple said AirPods 2 and AirPower don't exist. Well, Apple announced them at WWDC, so somewhere they may exist. We're just still waiting, right?
Well, the problem
like Apple TV for years.
The problem it was having was that it was overheating. And so they've been trying to fix this overheating problem. The operating system, iOS and the power pad or maxi pad or whatever it's called, it can't work together. Some strange
the tech couple has reminded us that it is Air Power.
Yes.
I'm still calling it the Power Pad or the Air
I
Max
like the maxi pad.
It charges your phone.
It has super flow. Yeah.
Right. So I don't really, I mean, 10 Minute Tech's telling me that wireless charging is great. And I think wireless charging is great when you're at Starbucks and you can put your phone down on a charging pad while you're waiting or in your car. But I don't know if it makes sense at home all the time for wireless charging. And I definitely don't want wireless charging near where I sleep, but we try to reduce EMF near where we sleep anyway. So we're weird like that at my house, but wireless charging does put off a more EMF than wired charging. So there's that.
Right. So I want to.
Nobody cares.
I think Apple needs to release this soon because a lot of people is saying that how could Samsung come out with theirs and Apple can't come out with theirs?
Well, the Samsung one they weren't trying to do what Apple's doing, which is put coils on top of coils. You know, it's just two thingy tangies. That's it.
Well,
but that's not what Apple wants. Apple wants to do it that no matter where you drop it, they want to make it easy. But it's hard for them to make it easy.
And I don't know what, I'm sorry, El Jefe Reviews, I'm not sure. Apple did go with Qi standard. I'm not sure if El Jefe Reviews is responding to somebody else in the chat, but Apple's on Qi.
Yeah. They're on Qi.
I'm confused.
It's not fast, but is it Qi? Did they make the new ones? Do they have a faster Qi in them?
I don't know. I don't recall seeing anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody tell Eden we already talked about the Note 9. You have to rewind it back, Eden. We talked about that first.
The beginning. We talked about it in the beginning. There was a lot of good info too.
Oh yeah, the Note. We talked about the Note.
At Total Tech, I'm too high strung for Tai Chi. Maybe I need it.
Yeah, we talked about the Note at the beginning of the stream, Eden. Go back and take a look at it. We
you can go back now. Just
about
go back now and watch the replay and then check back in.
Yes.
Yes, we talked about the Note 9 catching on fire. It's the very first thing we talk about, Eden.
All right, so let's go and talk about this. What is Samsung going to bring to the table? What is
Eric, I have a suggestion.
Yes.
We need to do like a TMZ thing where we have the list of topics.
Yes.
Grade out after we've already talked about it so that people know that we're not going back.
We already did that. You know, if we haven't gotten to like Pornhub yet, you can see it's like, okay, they haven't covered dongles. They haven't gotten to Pornhub. Like, we know where we are in the stream whenever you pop in. I love it.
Yes.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to work on it. It just takes a little, and people say that I can do all kinds of stuff with this stuff. So I'm working.
Yeah, you have hashtag 8 hours. You know?
Hi, Derek Floyd. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Derek Floyd. He is a huge supporter to the YouTube channel, man. Look, I have a lot of people that, again, that do a lot of stuff in the background that support this channel. I mean, expand this channel out to other people. Make sure that they share this channel. Derek Floyd is one of them. Thank you very much, Derek Floyd. I really do appreciate it. Very, very much all the support that you get. Look, I give a shout out to a lot of people. Everybody that support this YouTube channel on Patreon and stuff like that. I really do appreciate that. That's great. It's great. Let's see. Only one Note 9 caught fire, right? And that's it. One. That's it. One. That's all.
And I'm just going to keep it real. It won't be the last.
It probably won't. You're going to have somebody that's going to copy, you know.
Ambulance chasers.
Yeah.
Or they might just really just catch on fire. But every phone catches on fire at some point in time.
But guess what? It's actually simple to make your phone catch on fire. You take something sharp and you stab it, and once the dials touch each other in the battery, poof, it's going to blow up. That's it. Or go back and watch my video of the ZTE Blade V8 Pro when I threw it on the grill and it blew up. Now, I made a video about that. I got a video about the ZTE Blade V8 Pro. I did a drop test and burn test. I threw it on a barbecue grill, and the flames hit it so long, it boosh. So check it out. It's on the YouTube channel.
Oh my God, Total Tech. What's up with all these super chats?
He said super hats.
Super hats again?
Put the drinks down. Put the drinks down.
Okay.
Don't put the drinks down, Total Tech. Worry about it.
That's on Pornhub with the XVX, with the VXS Maxes.
I think she's asking about thoughts with Pornhub with the XS Max. And I feel like with the XX Max and Pornhub, you could do home training as like a urology specialist, gynecologist. I feel like it's just the screen's big enough. You have enough real estate to work with if anybody ever needs to be that close.
Yeah, just put a watch in there and then it'll tell you.
That's a big phone.
EKG.
It's still alive, Catwoman. 2 days, 13 hours, 46 minutes.
Oh my gosh, how much battery?
Oh my God.
Damn.
It's a 55,000 milliamp battery.
That's the Mi Max 3, right?
I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, so spill the
impressive.
tea on that. Tell us all about
Yep.
it.
So far, so good. I have the Mi Max 2. Put it next to it. They're the same exact size. Smaller bezels here. They weigh the same because Redbird was asking me about that. But basically, I have LTE now. I didn't have that on the Mi Max 2. It's much prettier. It's blue.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
But yeah, I got like 8 hours of screen on time so far. So I'm still alive. I'll probably charge it tomorrow.
Is that with like watching videos and everything?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
1080p screen.
Nice.
There's a lot of videos too.
It's a 1080p.
You know, I can't even lie. I don't even know the specs on this damn phone. But I was like, look, I believe so. I'll get back to you on that. I'm gonna look that up for you.
Let me ask Google.
But I had the
Google.
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 But I had the 2 and I really wanted the 3, so I got it. And for $360, I mean,
Not bad.
Xiaomi Mi Max 3. So the battery. Wait, we're looking at display.
we're looking. Yeah, display.
Display. Here we go. This is the Xiaomi Mi Max 3. Display.
Display.
LCD capacitive touch, 16M colors, 6.9 inches,
Galaxy is 720.
1080 by 2160 pixels, 18 by 9 aspect ratio, 350 PPI density.
Come down. Huh?
Yes.
Wait, so you a 350 PPI?
That's pretty dense.
350 PPI.
Yes.
Snapdragon 636 in it, which is not a bad. Yep. 636 ain't
Yeah,
bad.
I got the bigger one because they have 2. I have the 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of memory, but it has a memory card too.
Right.
Nice.
All right. This is, here we go to Bixby. Why Bixby be going off?
I got a bigger question. Where'd Jibo go?
Yeah, what Jibo?
I'll bring Jibo back next week.
I see a big empty spot on that table right there.
He requires so much attention. You know, he's always like, hey, let me see your phone. What y'all talking about? You know.
Jibo just wants to be on the stream.
He did like looking at you, Emily, though. He was like, hi, how are you doing? I was like, she don't hear you.
Oh,
no,
Jibo's so cute.
Show Jibo.
So shout out to Kevin that just informed me that I got my invite for the LG V40.
Ooh!
So
Are you gonna go to this one because you skipped Note 9?
Yeah, I'm going to this one.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Where and when?
I don't know. I just seen him just hit me up with. I haven't looked at the email yet.
Word. Congrats, Easy. That's awesome.
And the chat has been asking about that phone all night.
Yeah, the V40. Listen, I like LG phones. I talk about that a lot. That I'm an LG fan, especially when it comes down to the cameras. I use LG cameras for everything. So LG G6, LG V20, LG G7. All those phones are very good for content creators. Very, very good for content creators. Let's see.
Jibo has seen a lot.
So the robot, he asked about the robot. Now my robot is sitting over there. Obviously, I'm in the green screen, as you can tell. My hand disappeared. So yeah, I'm the robot over there. I'm gonna have to put him in one of these seats for the next stream. So
yes.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah,
that'd be very cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I got to use a wider angle lens. That's my problem. I'm using the webcam. And it's not a wide angle lens, so I'm not getting that wide angle. If I had that wide angle, I could stretch my arms and it don't disappear. Like
that's what he said.
Yeah, like stretch my arms and all of a sudden they disappear. Like what happened to your hand? Yeah. Oh. So TK said he killed Jibo.
Ooh.
No, he didn't. The one time he met Jibo, that's when he wasn't functioning. So he's never met the functioning Jibo.
Oh, I like Jibo. Reminds me of Bixby. That's a compliment.
No, the first Bixby, not this new one.
No, this new Bixby's dumb.
It's supposed to be Bixby 2. It's supposed to be Bixby 2. This supposed to be a revamp.
No.
Yeah, Bixby number 2, the shit.
Yo, I asked her to send me somewhere, and she won't open up Google Maps. I'm like, that's like the most basic of things, and you can't even do that. Look. Open Google Maps. It takes me a motherfucking Google search.
Google.
Why?
Is there a setting where you can fix that, or is it just you got nothing?
It's just 2.0, Bixby 2.0. They made her dumber. This I got the original Bixby in here. Open Google Maps. See, she opens up Google Maps.
Never good when your girl gets dumber.
Yeah, right. What happened? They give her they put too much bleach on her. Like, what's going on here?
She got hotter.
Maybe Samsung need to give 8 hours to Bixby.
Yes, I know, right? Samsung, give them 8 hours.
Give Bixby some love.
Mm-hmm.
Google Gaga. Tony. Google Gaga. No, y'all be tripping me out. Somebody hit me in the DMs. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of the stuff I say on these streams and some of the stuff I say on my videos, people be actually DMing me this stuff, say Google Gaga easy. I'm like, oh man. Somebody hit me up and said that. I'm like, oh man, that's surreal. That's surreal.
You got a defect.
Production said I got a defect. I don't got a defect.
He's being funny. You know he's being funny.
Dumb. She's just dumb.
You gotta.
Other people have been having the same problem with her too.
Yeah,
well, being a bitch right now.
2.0 on this phone. Let me ask Bixby. Let's make sure she don't have a defect. Let's make sure. Let's see.
They're open
boy.
Oh shit. Open up Google Maps. It opened up the webpage. Yeah.
Right?
It's not
It made her dumber.
It's not a defect.
Tell her to take a selfie.
They lobotomized her. I'm so sad. Tech Loving Mama has a good tip. She says, I should downgrade her. I should go find the APK for the old Bixby and put her on there. That'd be a good video to do.
You know what I don't normally have to do with my Apple products? Downgrade them.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Wow.
Pretty rare. There's that rare occasion where something will get updated and it'll break something and you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. But normally you can figure that out in a week. So I will wait a week and then well, no, I won't. I tell people to wait a week. I don't wait a week. I tell people to wait a week and then update. But it rarely happens that they taking functionality away isn't helpful either at all.
You be taking grenades for people, Emily?
Sometimes.
You're so sweet. You're like one of those memes that says, upgrade, fuck them back.
I tell people, I'm like, I am upgrading. I'm doing the beta. Don't do it. Don't do what I do. Wait and see if it breaks shit first. Because here's the thing. If I ever upgraded and it broke Pokemon Go, I don't know what I would do with my life. Granted, I also run my business from my phone and need it like every day. But if it broke Pokemon Go, I would be so sad. I would be so sad. Or if it lost my streaks. Those are the two things on my phone. I love my phone. I love my pictures. That stuff's all backed up. If I lost my month streak in my activities on my Apple Watch or my streaks in Pokemon Go, I would lose my mind.
I actually have a Pokemon Go question for you, Emily.
I'm here for it.
I am intimidated to start Pokemon Go again because it's been such a long time since I started Pokemon Go.
Just get out there. It's going to be so much fun. There is so much spawning in the wild right now ahead of the Gen 4 release. Just get out there and catch shit. Don't even worry about the rest of it.
Okay.
Just have
All
fun.
right. Just
Just
cash
turn the
it.
game on and have fun. There's so much going on in the game right now. Just turn the game on and have fun. And then if you want to keep in touch with what's going on with events and stuff, it really gives you a really neat little news section, and you can just go down the news and figure it out.
Oh, word. Okay, cool.
Me. So there's little news bites with like, oh, it's community day. Oh, they're doing this. And the game's done a lot to reinvigorate players. And then they've released all of the like Gen 1 Pokemon that you could never find. Like I was driving down the street and there was a Lapras the other day. I'm like, what the shit? Like it took,
but that's a water Pokemon. Why is it in the street?
It's just everywhere. We used to run down the street in Santa Monica, like trying to catch Lapras at like 2 a.m., getting hassled by drunk people in flocks of hundreds when this first came out. Yes. And we just, there's a lot of saltiness in my Pokemon Facebook group right now because the older players are like, you new players don't know what you've got. And the new players are like, but there's no way to catch up because there's so many more generations out now. So I can't complete my Pokédex. So I think the game's doing a good job of bringing everybody up to level. So just jump back in. It's a lot of fun right now. The game's gotten, it's a little more dynamic, so it doesn't get as boring as fast. Like once you've caught everything, it's like, why am I still playing? But this is,
they keep releasing.
Yes, you can also watch trainer tips. Forbes Tech Review, Mystic 7 can be a bit strong. Like it's not always Savage season up in here. Like it can be a little bit much. Trainer tips is amazing. Nick's amazing. And he's local. So if you're ever out in my hood, we can go down and play Pokemon in the hood with the Long Beach players. So anyway, that's Pokemon. I can't wait to play it on the new phone. Oh, I can't wait.
Every time I go to Massachusetts, my sister makes me play.
Because your sister's a smart woman and she loves you. She wants you to be happy.
Yes. Yeah. She dressed up as the Oracle the other day from Batman. Let me see if I can pull up the picture.
I love it. I love it. Sorry, chat. We had to Pokemon digress for a minute.
We just nerded out for a little bit.
Sorry, we're back. We haven't even gotten to like the European Union breaking the internet yet.
Oh yes, we need to talk about that.
Does anyone else want to talk about that? Because I don't want to take over the stream and nerd. Because it's a hard. Well, it's actually going to change YouTube. I think is what's going to happen.
It is. It's going to change websites entirely.
When we've talked about the end of YouTube free coming, this is going to hasten the end of YouTube free.
But you know what? I've been talking about this. Listen, I've been saying this for a long time that YouTube been doing phases. A lot of YouTubers with the algorithm, a lot of small YouTubers not getting pushed and the views not coming in and this, that, and other. YouTube been going through this phase, man. And now we go into a phase because YouTube, listen, I've been saying this for a long time. YouTube don't want to be free anymore. I've been saying this for a long. That's why you got YouTube TV. And if you look at YouTube TV and the free content, it's totally different. Like, and I think the phase with YouTube is, hey, listen, let's go and charge people $25.99 a month for YouTube if they want it.
Yeah, but this is actually something different. It's the European Union. At first, I was with GDPR. I had a bit of a titty attack, but then I got over it. Now this, I'm about to lose my marbles. I'm really upset about that. Like, what are we gonna do? Block people from the EU to come in our websites?
Well, we're not gonna have that. You're not gonna have that option.
Yeah.
Really. Because first we should back up and catch everybody up. Everybody.
Wait. Before we move on, let me show the picture of my sister. I just got.
Oh yes, please. Amazing.
Yeah, so this is Batgirl after the Joker shot her in the spinal cord and she got paralyzed. So she became the Oracle, and what she does is she fights crime for Batman via cyberspace. And then so this is her wheelchair. So my sister dressed up as the Oracle. Not to be confused with Easy's Oracle, who is
the Matrix.
Yeah, that the Oracle of the Matrix. This is the Oracle of the DC universe.
I like it. Cool.
I love my sister.
Yeah, that's her office.
Yep. Yeah, she works in IT.
Look at all the computers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. She's a system admin.
Tell her she got to upgrade the computer. It look old.
That's how
just the screen, right?
Dinosaurs.
Mhm.
Well, I see all the computers in the back.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
They do look old.
Yeah. That all the computers. She got like 20 of them sitting over like old 1990 computers.
Yeah.
Them old Dells. Y'all remember the old Dells?
Yeah, they're all Dell.
Yeah.
All
Oh, but Dell does so much business with enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So
You
much
have a
business with
fit in
enterprise.
my office. Easy, because I work for the state, so we got old ass shit.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Same.
Well, the old.
That's
old
how these tech people still get these tech admins and IT people still have a job because companies keep wanting to use old ass machines. Totally said Windows 3.1, 311.
Yep.
And they don't want to pay to upgrade them either. And then they're like, "Why is this a security issue?" And it's like,
Right.
Of course it's a security issue.
It's like some people with Android. I don't need an update.
Yeah, you
I don't
do.
need no security patches. Leave me
Yeah, the county here got hacked by
2013.
ransomware last year. The
It's
jail wasn't functioning or anything. It was crazy. Like they had to process people by hand.
with
Crazy.
And that's definitely more efficient.
But hey, they wasn't paying what they wanted, 1 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoins per server.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
were
Sean
holding
Baker
stuff
let's
ransom.
ask up with the EU. Oh, there's people.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. You guys keep talking. We're gonna get there, Sean. We're gonna get there because once we get there, let's wrap this conversation and then move on.
Yes. Go ahead, Kimmy.
No, I was done.
Oh.
Eventually, they just had to work backwards and rebuild everything, but they didn't pay them.
Dang, that sucks.
It does suck. It was a huge breach. Eric, any thoughts on that?
Yeah.
Nope.
Check out.
I don't know. Google Gaga. I don't know.
Google Gaga.
Google Gaga. We live in an amazing place. It's called the world. Hey, look.
That's the Eric's not listening to us answer.
I am listening. Y'all just don't understand. My inboxes and my emails is blowing up today. I for some strange reason, I have no idea what's going on. It looks like some interesting stuff, some interesting tech stuff. That,
Eric over there like, cha-ching.
Cha-ching. I see tech stuff coming through my email. I'm like, all right, cool. Yes, send it to me. Like, yeah. So I get that. I get a bunch of emails every day. So yeah, Google Gaga, Tony. Hey, Tony. What iPhone you getting, Tony? I mean, Tony's a huge iPhone fan. So, Tony, what iPhone are you getting? That's going to be pretty interesting to hear Tony what he's going to say about that. What do you guys think about Android and iOS? Now, I made the video about that already. I think
he's not asking you. He's asking us.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, y'all. Yeah, I made a video about it. Y'all, what y'all think about Android versus iOS?
Well, I have zero experience with iOS. I only have experience with Android, but I'm going to experience iOS in about a couple of months. And so then I'll be able to make my decision. Go.
And we talked about this a lot. Oh, go ahead. Go, girl.
So I was going to say I'm the hybrid because I have an iPad, old MacBook Pro, and I have Samsung devices, Huawei, Xiaomi. So I like the tablet form, but I don't like it in phone form. So it bores me. I'll keep it maybe 6 months or a year, and then I'll get rid of it if it makes it a year. So iOS, I go back maybe every 4 years or so, phone-wise.
Okay. Well, for me, I feel like iOS. I've been using Apple devices since Apple first came out with their phones, so I'm more comfortable with iOS. But if you give me not iOS. If you give me an Android and I'm able to tailor it to me, I feel like give me a couple weeks and I would just be okay with it. But I'm comfortable with iOS, so that's where it's at right now for me. It doesn't mean that Android is not a good phone. I hear people talk about Android. My husband used Android. It is good. It's just I'm not comfortable. I'm a routine person. So iOS is where it's at for me.
It is.
I love a easy unified system. I'm a universe girl. Like my whole universe is in Apple and has been since the first iPhone. Everything. Our music, our movies, emails, all of it. And so I also feel like it's a more secure universe. It's updated regularly. Most of the devices are updated. We talked about the fracturing of ecosystems for the last, 4 or 5 shows. We've talked about this at least once. It's insane to me that you've got so many different Android devices running so many different operating systems. Like it's insane. It's just insane. And so I think you get better app updates because you have a unified ecosystem. And I some people don't trust Apple, some people do. I trust Apple. I don't mind. Savage Scientist said I like Mac computers. iOS is too restricted. For my needs, I'm cool with it. So I'm cool with the restricted down universe. Look, there's what do you guys want to do with iOS that you can't do? Like, I don't have that much time. I need shit to work. I want it to look nice. I want it to be easy. I want to make my pictures look pretty. I want to use AR emoji and play Pokemon. Like, I love tech, but at the end of the day, I don't have that much time to fuck with my phone. Like, I just don't have time.
You know what?
I like real estate. I don't want little boxes all over my screen. Like, I want to see my wallpaper.
See, and I get it, but it doesn't bother me. My wallpaper's on my lock screen. Look, it's so pretty.
Yeah, as soon as I look at my phone, it unlocks. So I don't get to see my wallpaper at what. So
pretty.
Oh, that is pretty.
I can't wait for the new ones.
That's one of the things that I'm annoyed with the Note 9. I'm so used to the Huawei. I lift it up and then it unlocks.
It unlocks, yeah.
Ah, coño.
See, and you still have to swipe it up with the iPhone, so I still get my wallpaper. Tony Healy made an actual valid point. I talked about like the superficial stuff that matters to most consumers is what I listed off. But iPhone lasts longer because of the updates. It does. I can never make my phones last longer because I always need the new one because I am a child with a bank account and I'm like, I want the new one.
But it goes through your family though. I think that works well. Like you get one and it passes down. For me, I don't have anybody to pass phones down to. That's
fair. We go like it goes to me, it goes to my husband, eventually it'll go to my kids. You know, by the time it gets to the youngest one, he'll be like, do I ever get anything new? No, baby, you don't. No.
But it still works.
Oh, it's so great. Yeah. You're a child. It's fine. This one's going back, though. This one's going back. Because my husband doesn't want the 10. He's got a brand new iPhone 8 that he loves. So this one's getting sold. Yeah. He's not ready. Oh. He's not ready to give up the button yet.
He said most of my bank account is in the red most of the time.
Yeah. JG Tech Blog has another question. It's a two-parter. He says he wants to know which one has a longer lifespan, Android or iOS. Well, I mean, yeah, definitely iOS. If they're updating all the way to the 5S.
All the way back.
Yeah, 5S. Then that's you won't be seeing a Samsung Galaxy S5 with Pi.
Nope.
One. Yeah. It'll probably crash if it gets that too because it's so extensive. It only got 1 gig of RAM.
Point. You bring it to point that if you go back and look at iOS iPhones way back with the iPhone 5S and when it was the Galaxy S5, I mean, with that phone's like running like Android 4. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, look, that's the big difference between why iOS users love iPhones. Because you know that phone that you're buying today, for the next 5 years, you're going to get support. Mm-hmm. You can't say the same. You cannot say the same for Android. And that's the whole thing.
You don't know. Apple might pull a fast one on us and give the 5S iOS 13. Woo!
But a lot of people say, well, it slows down the phone and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't see no slowdown. My iPhone 6, I pull it out. I got iOS 12 running on it, and it runs just like I just bought it. I don't understand. I mean, I hear a lot of people say that, but I don't have no stuttering, no hiccups on my iPhones. Now, I could go in my archives, and I could pull out just say HTC phone way back in the day. And it's like running like Android 5 or something, and it would never update, and it runs slow as a sludge. And that's just the thing that, okay, the difference between what people buy iPhones at that high-end price, listen, we got the pros and cons about the iPhone, but at least you know when you invested so much money into this ecosystem, it works. And that's the whole thing. You invested in this ecosystem. It don't matter whether or not, you know, Android got more of this, Android got more of that. And at the end of the day, the phone that you got in your pocket will get iOS 11, iOS 13, iOS 14, iOS 15, iOS 16. That's the difference. This, I would say this, the Galaxy S7 probably won't get Pi. It might get Pi, but it probably won't. And that's expected from when you pay $1,000 on the Android ecosystem. You know, 2 years, you're done. You know,
and that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
And that's 2 years.
You will see a lot more.
Done.
You're going to see a lot more veteran iPhones wandering around than you're going to see old ass Samsungs and old ass just Android devices in general. My teammate at work has a iPhone 6, and she's not letting it go.
Yeah.
But the question is, when you spend $1,000 on an iPhone and spend $1,000 on an Android phone, which device going to give you longevity? Which device going to give you longevity? People, they got this big debate about my phone better than your phone. This phone better than your phone. Okay, 3 years from now, would the iPhone 8 get all the software updates and get all the updates? Yes. Mm-hmm. Listen, the Galaxy S9, 3 years from now, Samsung give him the middle finger. Like, it's like, we done. Go buy another $1,000 phone. You know what I'm saying? And that's bad for the consumer, because we already know as Android users that next year I got to buy a new phone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the truth. People like, easy, you lying, easy there. Hey, man, it's the truth, man.
At most, you might make it 2 years, but when you look back at iPhones, you can go back generations and generations, and people are still carrying those phones.
Yeah, we have an iPhone 5 that's still, yes, it's slower than my iPhone 10, but it still works.
Yeah. You know, when they were talking about recycling and stuff, I was like, talk about how long the phone lasts. Because that's the best kind of recycling ever. The fact that you can still use something and use it for generations and generations.
I mean, for Christ's sakes, Apple's going to be still selling the iPhone 7.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, now, I got the iPhone 7.
That's what I'm saying.
That's still on the table.
It works good. You know, the only problem I have with my iPhone 7 is the screen size. If I had a Plus, I'd be okay. But as far as how it works, how fast it is, it works good. I stream, I watch videos, I do all kinds of stuff on here, and it's good.
And that's the point. Like, I mean, you think about, okay, you know, you got Android devices, it's going to ask for premium prices. Yes, it's okay for the moment. But what about 2 years from now? What about 3 years from now? And that's the whole point. So when you look at longevity, Apple selling iPhone 7s, iPhone 8s, and iPhone 10s, and the new iPhones, that's 4 generations. But they're all running iOS 12. And that's crazy. Like, you know, you'll see a keynote address with Android say, you know, we coming out with the new Pixel, but, you know, the old Pixel is going away. So, you know, but it's one of those things, like, and I'm saying the Pixel go get updates. So, but if you got like an LG phone or Galaxy phone or Motorola phone, once you pass the 2-year threshold, you are done.
But even still, nobody's talking about what's most important. And what's most important is Animoji and Memoji.
Shut up.
And on that note, I got to go to the boys' room.
Okay.
Oh, Lee wants to talk about the Mate 20.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the Mate 20. Woo!
No, let's get an explanation from Lee about why he would only use an iPhone if it was jailbroken. Because I just got the answer lol. And lol is not an answer. Like LOL is not a response.
Lol.
I want to know why you would only use iOS if it's jailbroken. I want that answer.
I do miss jailbroken iPhones. That was my shit when I had.
What did you like doing with it when it was jailbroken?
I made it look like whatever I wanted to make it look like, customizable. And I got to do other things like my Android did. So I don't know.
Got the best.
I like to make things mine.
You know what's interesting is like all the features that the Android has to offer, I don't like want to deal with it. I don't know why, but people who have Androids, they talk about the things that they can do, and it's just, it's not enough for me. Like even when it comes to the music,
I think it's something for everybody.
Like
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I believe some people are Apple people, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I want my mom to try an iPhone. Yeah.
Like I feel like even like when people tell me about my music, like I purchase music off of iTunes. That's what I like to do. And people tell me like you shouldn't purchase music off of iTunes. You can just get it for free. But I'm like, you know what? The quality of the sound of the music is good when I purchase it. When it's like a free thing, it reminds me of like downloading from Napster or Morpheus or LimeWire, where I'm hearing new shit in the background of my song. I don't want to hear new shit on the background of my song. I want to hear good quality music.
When I was jailbroken, all my music was free. All my movies were free. That's one thing I miss about a jailbreak.
But was the quality of the sound good?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It was just a jail. I didn't pay for it. Yeah. It was.
Right.
I didn't use. Yeah, I could run it through Apple Music. It was just a jailbroken iPhone.
I pay for music every time I watch music videos.
Hey, why you so low? Anybody can hear you.
I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Oh my gosh, she didn't drop the thing.
Oh, I see. Oh.
She did a Kimmy.
she was like, hold on, the whole camera fell.
What you doing over there, girl?
I mean, seriously, it's going off the stage. I just have to say, I'm still echoing. Hold on. Do you guys hear that? Is it just me?
Yeah,
I hear ice.
I can hear it.
Yeah, I hear it.
I don't hear ice. You hear ice? Somebody said something?
No, it was the echo that we heard.
Oh, we was hearing echoes.
Yeah, don't make this one into a podcast. Ain't nobody gonna want to hear the echo. All of a sudden they feel like they just downloaded some bootleg music.
I mean,
no shit.
New shit in the music.
Tom Healy said, "Damn, Catwoman done karate chop to Catwoman."
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. When I heard new shit about like I don't know, like 10 years ago in a song, I was happy because I got it for free and I downloaded it and I put it on a disc to play in my car. But now, because the quality of like the speakers and stuff is better, I don't want to hear new shit on my music.
These are cool.
In case you didn't know, I'm paying for my Apple subscription service. Like my kids want to hear the same song for like a month and then they're over it. So the fact that I don't have to buy every damn thing that they want and it plays on my, my kids are like, hey Siri, play this. Hey Siri, play that. They have everything they want. No, not you, Siri. They have everything they want at their disposal. Excuse me, I'm so sick. And it just makes it really easy. I don't mind paying for music. I love Apple Music. I once again, I work with a lot of copyright. I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, and having somebody else rip off your catchphrase, your signature course, and the thing you work to make money for, though it's different for big recording artists, it's still the same. Like getting music for free is not to get all like Lars Ulrich on everybody here, but getting music for free doesn't just hurt the artist. It hurts everyone down to the editors, the sound mixers,
right? Yeah.
And I have a lot of friends that work in the music industry because of where I live and where I grew up. And radio stations are downsizing, record labels are downsizing. Like the industry's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. I'll pay. I will pay.
Right.
Whatever it is a month. Tech Couple could probably say how much a month Apple Music is. I don't even give a shit how much my Apple Music family plan is, because I will pay it because it makes my life so easy.
I pay for YouTube Music.
What is YouTube Music?
It's basically you could like
you can download
YouTube, but you can play stuff on repeat and stuff like that. And when you have the YouTube Premium subscription, you get YouTube Music. So, but it's not limited to just like actual songs. It's like any video you could put on repeat.
Yeah, Lee G, I will fight with you.
Cool.
The artists get paid off the shows. Artists do get paid off the shows, but it's not. Artists might get paid off the shows, but so do the venues, security. The overhead on shows is a lot greater. So the trickle down on the music industry shrinking affects the record labels, the studios, the producers, the sound mixers. It's not just the artists. And once again, Lee, I'm assuming if you are on YouTube at all, you don't want people ripping off your stuff, and you might just be trying to bait me a little bit. But I work with people who get their stuff ripped off. And when you work hard on something, they're not asking us to pay that much for it. So I'm fine paying for it. I think ripping off people's copyrighted stuff for free is shady. I really do. And I'm totally cool with, I'm cool with people sharing music. Like when you used to give your mixtape to your friend.
Yes.
You used to give your CD to your friend. And I know that that's what LimeWire and Napster were trying to do, is make music sharing. But music is now accessible in an inexpensive way for everyone to have great quality music. So why not let the artists make money for what they produce?
Yeah, you're
right. This was a good conversation. I didn't know we all had different like music. I have Amazon music. So
word.
We all, yeah.
We could just share
all place through my echoes.
And you get some Amazon Music free when you have Prime downloads and stuff. I can never figure out Amazon Music because I always get like credits for stuff when I download movies, or I don't do fast shipping. I get like credits to buy music.
Yeah. I use Amazon Music, but I could never find everything that I was looking for, because sometimes I just want to listen to something obscure like Nadia Ali, and it's not there. So I go to YouTube Music and I just listen to that. Oh, but while we're speaking about copyright, let's segue onto the EU.
Let's segue. Catwoman, I want to know how this came to your attention, because honestly, my husband just texted me what he wanted from DoorDash, and I gotta put that in the phone, and then we're gonna talk.
Yeah,
I want to know how this came into your sphere of attention, and I want to know if anybody else has heard about it.
Philip DeFranco, he's the bomb. I watch all of his shows all the time, and he was talking about that. So he was talking about how this new law was passed in the EU, to where, you know how you have you take a link to a blog and then it turns it into a card, like it gives you a little snippet of it and then it has like the picture and stuff. Well, that's going to be basically illegal moving forward. So you're only allowed to link back, but you're not allowed to like directly copy and paste or anything like that. So they can actually come after you and sue you and get their, fair share. You can't be sharing their stuff like that without their permission. So essentially, what we've been used to all this time is going to be turned on its head.
There's more to it. Has anybody else heard about this?
No, it's my
copyright directive out of the EU.
Yeah, it also affects memes as well too.
There's a meme section and a link text section.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Anybody else heard of this? No.
No. I haven't heard about it.
It affects anybody who has a website basically and wants to talk about stuff, but they don't, they put a link to it and then it turns into a card, or they take a snippet off of something and they put it on there. So yeah.
So it's requiring, well, let me back up.
Yeah.
It's, 1 second. I'm trying to multitask and I can't. So what we're talking about is the copyright directive out of the EU. So some people are calling it the EUCD. It's got a pretty long name. It is not law yet. The copyright directive for the EU is not new. It's a 2001 law that is always contested in the courts because it's convoluted at best. So nobody actually knows what it regulates. So they're trying to add in more provisions to make it clear. But the provisions they're adding in are pretty onerous. So and this is not #not legal advice. There are some great articles just coming out on this because the new vote is coming up. So what this is going to require is that someone like YouTube would be financially responsible to pay fines and taxes and fees if their site allowed any copyrighted data to be improperly uploaded. And it would create a process by which you could buy essentially a license to use a meme, or buy a license to link to a blog post, or buy a license, and then you would have to prove that you had a license to link to that material. Well, we do this all the time. I mean, anyone who blogs links to other articles. It's like, oh, and then there's this article, this article, this article, and that won't be allowed unless you have the right to link to an article.
Wow.
Which onerous. And so the major detractors like in the space are saying, but how can you share information freely if you're not allowed to link back to it? And we're not talking about ripped links where there's no attribution. We're not talking about somebody grabbing a meme that has words that are from a movie and then posting it in a meme and that's actually copyrighted. We're not talking about that. We're talking about linking back with attribution not being allowed.
So, I mean, you think people go plagiarize most of the stuff or what?
I don't know how the internet will look if you're not allowed to link to these sources, because where does it stop? Like if I link to an article on Wired on my website, how am I supposed to know if Wired.com also operates in the EU and if it now applies to me and I don't live in the EU?
Is that a teacher telling you to write a report but don't put any footnotes?
I mean, well, no, because if you use the content without attributing it, you're going to have to pay. But now if you attribute it, you're going to have to pay. You're not going to be able to reference it at all, or you're going to have to find another source. But how do you know that that source has properly attributed it from where they got it from, right? Because the knowledge isn't original. So this is going to affect everything from the news to Google to YouTube
to Wine Wednesday.
All of it. So there doesn't seem to be, and we are scratching the surface on what's coming. There doesn't seem to be any explanation of how they see this working.
Yeah.
So there's no real explanation of how this is going to work in the real world. It's just, oh, well, there's going to be this tax if you link, and you're going to need to purchase essentially a licensing agreement to allow you to link back to information. And Google, you're responsible if that's not done. And YouTube, you're responsible if that's not done. And Facebook, you're responsible if that's not done. And so now, how do you run YouTube free if you now have to police the internet for potential copyright strikes? Because as it works now, copyright strikes, music's easy because they're digitally scanned for. So it's really easy to digitally match music. But when you're getting into content and thoughts and visuals and text, now YouTube's gonna have to put in a way to scan for that, which means how long will it take to upload a video if your video has to be copyright approved before it gets uploaded?
I have a question, Emily. I don't know if you may or may not know the answer to this, but who even asked for this law? Like, was there people that were like, they're stealing my stuff, make a law? Or did
there's always, and that started in 2001. I don't know the background behind the modification updates. I imagine that these were always envisioned as closing loopholes after GDPR came into effect, because now we're seeing very broad laws governing the Wild West that is the internet coming out of GDPR. So I'm going to see if I can hit links in here. There's a really good article on Wired about this. There's a really good article on The Verge about this. And this is, once again, this is a really confusing law that's been in and out of courts since 2001. So this law is already shit. So we're now making a confusing law more confusing. On top of that,
the fine.
What?
The fine. How much do you pay?
You know what? I couldn't find a really clear implementation of what the fine was per instance, but the fines are going to be determined by instance, I imagine. Just the same way with GDPR, the GDPR fines are pretty hefty because they're based on your gross. So I don't know how the fines are determined at this point. LG is saying politicians and lobbyists trying to get paid off this. This is the EU, LG. So you've got to understand that their political system works completely different than ours does. So they don't have lobbyists the same way that we do, and they don't really have politicians the way that we do, because they have a much more diverse multi-party system, and because of the way that they regulate, this is a whole left turn, but because of the way they regulate elections, they do not have the same money in politics in the EU that we do. It's a much different system because the EU is a bunch of member nations. So you're not working with politicians per se, you're working with member nations that are all so close together and whose borders are so close together that you're trying to create cohesive laws for international business, kind of like NAFTA was. So it's not, you can't really apply the principles of US politics to the EU because it's an international regulation over multi-nation states. So it's much more complex than that. I get that you think everyone's corrupt and you want to jailbreak your phone and steal music. So I don't, I can't follow the logic. They're all corrupt, yet I steal music. I can't follow you, Leegee. I'm sorry.
Google Gaga. I'm still alive. What are you talking about? I'm on the Starship Enterprise. I'm Captain Easy.
Hey,
somebody put in the comments.
Captain Easy, can you pass me a Snicker bar there in the back?
Yeah, wait.
You know
that. I don't have a crew. I'm manning the Enterprise by myself.
I think what we're going to see if this passes after there's a ton of confusion is that you're going to see platforms like Facebook, like YouTube, like did I say Facebook, YouTube, Google, charging is what you're going to start to see.
What about Twitter too, right?
This is going to start justifying everything that was free having a paywall, because that's the only way. I imagine you might still get to view free content on YouTube, but you may now have to pay to upload content onto YouTube. Could you imagine that world?
Oh, no.
Where you have to start paying to create content on the platform because now your content has to be scanned. Or if YouTube gets a strike based on your content, that you are financially responsible to deal with that strike. Because what we're seeing in Egypt and what we're seeing in some of the Arab nations is if you have over 5,000 followers on social media platforms, you have to register as a media outlet and follow all of their FCC rules that apply. It's not the FCC. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. They're FCC style rules that apply to their countries. You have to register as a media outlet and apply to the same rules a national television show would have if you're considered a social media influencer in those countries. So now you're seeing 5,000 being the threshold for you're now your own media channel and you have to apply to all the rules. Well, if that ever happened in the US, anyone with over 5,000 followers would be a media outlet, but major media outlets have houses of lawyers.
Yeah.
So now what? It's gonna get really buckle up, folks. It's gonna get really interesting make your money online now, because it's going to, what I hate to see is voices shut down online because of laws like this. What do you guys think, just on an initial run through of
you
that?
know how before, well, now it's you can't go anywhere because of all of the people, you know, shooting and brutality and stuff like that. In a way, it's kind of like the same thing on the internet. You go on there and all of a sudden you got a gag order. You can't do anything.
Right.
You can't do anything outside. You can't do anything inside.
I mean, what makes me sad is that a lot of us came to the platform, especially YouTube, for a sense of connection, to find community, to find tribe, to find people who got us, who shared our interests, to have these conversations. And what happens when we can't even talk about a news article from The Verge without this potentially becoming a copyright issue?
Yeah, like what happened with the Note 9 catching on fire. It first started on the New York Post.
Right.
Then other media outlets started talking about it and stuff like that. And then Samsung came out with a direct message, but they didn't even say it directly to the Post. They said it to fortune.com.
Right.
So it's like, and so now everybody else is going, oh yeah, fortune.com has confirmed. Samsung said, you know, I'm okay with a little circle jerk, you know, on the internet. It's all right.
Well, somebody breaks the news and everybody else says this is the news that so-and-so's reporting. Like that's how it works.
Right. I thought that's what the like you're right. And that's the whole thing. Like, okay, according to such and such a source, this is being reported, but I'm just recapping the report that's already been reported. And so if we are not able to do that, that's where the biggest problem come in at, because they say, okay, you make a video, you're citing the news source because you get that information from that news source, and all of a sudden now that's a problem because you can't cite that news source, even if you're speaking about exactly the same thing that news source is saying. Now you're in trouble for that. So I do see where that does come in a very confusing part of what's going on now. People will probably say it and don't. Can they say it or report on it as their own? You know, like, okay, well.
Because at the end of the day, where'd you get the information from? And how are you going to, once again, this is not taking into effect how the fuck are you ever going to police the entire internet?
Yeah.
That is why this regulation is putting the regulation on the website owners. So they're just going to come after Google and be like, Google all of this from a year and a half ago. You know, when it was recent that you had a video get a copyright strike from like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, so it happens to me all the time, actually. I post them on social media because I'd be shocked about it. Videos I made 2 years or even 3 years ago, all of a sudden now getting hit with copyright strikes. And it is insane because, I mean, the video is like 2 years old and all of a sudden I get an email and say, hey, you got a copyright strike because of this X, Y, and Z. And they're like, well, wait a minute, I made this video like 2.5 years ago. So I do understand what you're saying, but I do see the point of the shift that I've been talking about. When YouTube is going into a different era, I think YouTube was going to a paid subscription anyway. Even if they don't go through this EU stuff, right? I think YouTube is going. To me personally, I don't think YouTube want to be free anymore, and it's evident. Look at the smaller YouTubers. They're going through the ad apocalypse. Look at the people you can't even become a partner on YouTube until you reach a certain threshold. So also some of the content that's being pushed to the user is not the smaller YouTubers, but the bigger YouTubers. So I think what's happening here is I think YouTube is trying to shift to an all paid subscription, because guess what? You got YouTube TV, you got YouTube Music, YouTube Kids, YouTube this, YouTube that, and some of it is paid subscriptions. So I think before all this EU stuff even drops, I think YouTube will already be a paid subscription service. Now, what it does for us content creators, It's going to hurt and help some people that's already above the threshold. It's going to hurt the smaller YouTubers, obviously, because of that. And I think it's coming. I think it's inevitable because we've seen the shift in YouTube for the last couple of years. And I think that YouTube won't be free. It's just not going to. I think it's been evident that YouTube is trying to get people to pay to watch content, just like cable. Just like cable.
And it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, because there's going to be obviously be a ramp up the way there was with GDPR. So it's not as if GDPR was passed 2 years before it was implemented, but once companies know that this is the direction things are going, this might become some of the justification for the changes we're going to see before the changes happen. So this is one of those things to keep a watch on. Hey, I'm going to just say, if you're not on my email list, this is the kind of shit that I talk about all day long. So, EmilyDBaker.com.
But I do want to answer this one question. They say it's free with ads. I'm telling you, I promise you, YouTube been trying to stop this. It don't matter about the ads. They still want you to pay a subscription. That's why you get pop-ups in your email right now saying that, hey, do you want to join YouTube for $4.99 or get YouTube Red and all this stuff like that, right? It's already happening. So I promise you, if you're thinking that YouTube is going to be free because of the ads, that will not stop it. That won't stop it.
I wanted to answer Arcade GSD's question. How did they find out? And I'm assuming this is a how will they find out about strikes, or he's asking about how did they find out your copyright strikes. Most copyright strikes are music, and they have an algorithm that can go through and match sounds and notes to known copyrighted music. But what I say about all of these things, especially these big international laws, the way that most people get confronted with these, if you are not a Facebook, a Google, is because somebody complains about you. A hater, an ex, a business associate gone wrong. This was even true when I worked at the U.S. Attorney's Office in their tax division. Most of the cases we got were not independent investigations from the IRS. It was an ex-employee, an ex-spouse, a jilted lover, somebody calling the IRS to complain. Because if you think people won't find a way to fuck with you, they will fuck with you. So in business, it used to be calling the IRS on people. This is going to be the new way to fuck with somebody. It's going to be, oh, they're doing this. Oh, they're doing that. Oh, they're not GDPR compliant. This is how you're going to take down people will take down competitor sites this way. And I'm starting to see this kind of sniping going on in the blogging sphere, where people are getting a lot of takedown notices and take down your site. The name's too similar to my name.
Yeah.
It's getting very kind of competitive in online business. And then Facebook has been shutting down Facebook profiles that are doing business on the personal page. And this has been increasing too. And I don't think all of that is Facebook ramping up enforcement. I think some of this is people ramping up their neener tattling and saying, oh, well, so-and-so is doing, a pretty large female entrepreneur who probably runs 50K in Facebook ads, had her personal page shut down not too long back because she was doing business on her personal page, which is against the terms of use. They reinstated her page, but she was out of business for a week. So, you take somebody out of business for a week or shut down their ad account for 2 weeks, that's a lot of money, because when she spends that much, she's making 3 times that much. So that you take somebody down for 2 weeks, you could cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars in business. So you want to mess with somebody, you complain on their videos and get them demonetized. You complain to Facebook and get their page shut down. It's what's happening. And the rules like this mean the website will take you down first and then investigate, which we see on YouTube. They'll demonetize you first and then investigate, right? They don't leave you up while they investigate it. They'll take you down first. So it's going to get really interesting. And, this is where we're at. So copyright directive, grand directive, master directive, we're going to reign over the internet directive. We're a bunch of small countries with small dicks. I don't know. Everybody's pissed.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
to Juan back now. He just joined the stream. What's up with you, sir?
Hi, Juan.
Pretty good comment in there. Look, shout out to Juan. Very good guy. And watch his channel and you know, he does a lot of good things on the internet. And you know, he understands what we talked about here, because it's definitely something that a lot of people is not paying attention to, with all the stuff that's going on in the EU and also some of the copyright strikes. And look, I got over 1,200 videos out there, and I get the notices about copyright strikes for videos I've done 2 years ago. And I'm like, God, you got to fight the internet. You got to fight the trolls. You got to put out videos. You got to answer comments. I'm telling you, YouTube is a full-time job. People just don't understand the background. But I just want to give a huge shout out to Juan back now.
I love your live streams, Juan. They're always so informative.
Yeah. I was going to finish a point. What's up, Juan? The thing that makes me really, really, really sad about this is that it's going to make it much harder for the next YouTube to come up. It's going to make it much harder for the next Google, the next Facebook. It's really going to chill that competition, because it's going to be so expensive to work with these laws. GDPR requires large companies like Facebook to have a GDPR representative in the EU. So now Facebook has to have a permanent GDPR master assigned abroad. It's just going to get more and more onerous, which really chills the innovation. And that makes me really sad, because I think we're all like, okay, well, if YouTube goes to pay, what are we going to see next? Like, is Instagram going to step up with Instagram TV? Is it going to be Facebook Watch? But if there isn't smaller companies coming up and innovating, I don't know.
So basically, you can't respawn.
You can't respawn.
No respawning.
That's what it is. No respawn. Ugh. Anyway, so no need to rant about the laws of the land, but it's going to get interesting. So, Total Tech.
Total Tech said they need to see.
Tech, you need to drink.
Sponsor, hit me up, Eric. And what's the cost for another hour? So, Total Tech TK been putting in the stream that he wants us to stream another hour.
Nobody wants that. Nobody
right.
Wants that. We're done.
Some of us have to get up in the morning. Some of us have to work.
Yeah, I have to get on a plane.
And I'm not drunk. So I'm not going to slur or take off my clothes. Like, there's nothing that's happening in this next hour.
And she's not putting her phone in her mouth today. So, I mean.
But do we need to see if the Max is going to fit in my mouth? I feel like I need drink for that.
I want to see that.
That might have to be a
Ashley will look right up.
That needs to be super chat.
I want to see it.
That needs to be a super chat fueled adventure to see if that works.
Juan Bagnell actually has a question for us before we.
It's a whole lot of fun.
Roll call and stuff. He wants to know, where do you think we might see YouTube of Facebook competitor? Amazon is leveraging Twitch.
Yeah, I think Amazon got the bucks to do it.
Amazon does, but Amazon's going to fall under the same rules as all of these. What I'm saying is, it's going to be big companies competing with big companies. You're not going to get innovative startups the same way, because they're not going to be able to afford it.
Yeah,
that's all.
Could somebody really come out with a YouTube platform? I mean, they already got YouTube platforms out there, right? I mean, don't they have not Twitch, but don't they have like God, what's this other services people be putting their content on? It's very minimal monetization on it. Yeah, that service, and it was another one. But I mean, a lot of people know YouTube is on everybody's device. It's like the known thing. If you want to know something, go to YouTube, and that is the huge thing right there.
Yeah.
What Amazon would have to do to have a YouTube be competitive with YouTube, they would have to market the shit out of it. They would have to market it so bad.
Savage Scientist said Daily Motion. Yes, that's another one.
Daily Motion.
Total Tech.
So I mean, do anybody watch Daily Motion and Vimo? And that's the whole thing. I mean, we know about it as techies, but the average consumer really don't know about it. When you say Vimo and Daily Motion, a lot of people don't know. But now I do see Daily Motion spammed on Facebook. But when you click on the links, you have to be subscribed, and people think it's spam, and people think that they viruses and stuff like that. So a lot of people just like, I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
Total tech.
The people trying to mimic Twitch. Yeah. Well, I mean, YouTube just recently made a really big move where they said, okay, we're getting rid of the gaming app and we're gonna give gamers their own special section of YouTube. So I think it's good when there's competition like that, because they get to say, hey, creators, you know we love you, right? We treat you so good. Stay with us. I'll give you some perks. But meanwhile, when there wasn't any competition, they're like, fuck out of here. I don't care what you do. You do whatever you want.
Then YouTube was deleting YouTube channels that was putting Twitch links in.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people was making videos and redirecting their fans to Twitch.
It violates the terms of service, though.
Yeah.
It's only relevant when it's threatening.
So the thing is, the terms of service on YouTube are pretty steep, and nobody fucking reads them because they're really long. But that kind of stuff will get you binged, and you can make a computer program to search for that shit easy.
Yeah. Longback now said YouTube is such an abusive relationship. Yeah, it is. Oh my god, total talk. Emily, will you put it in your mouth for charity?
What? I've already put my phone in my damn mouth like 7 times
today.
Wow.
Just now.
Today.
She has the flow. Leave her alone. AirPods case.
The whole thing fits in.
Dag.
Oh. Boo. It's not girthy enough.
The phone fits. It always fits. It's got a pop socket on it and a case.
That's the X.
There you go.
S Max.
Get it on in there.
Max.
I don't know if the Max is gonna fit, because this is I mean, yeah. I don't know if it's gonna fit. Look, y'all, I've been with my husband 20 years. You want to know the secrets to a happy marriage? This is what you do on date 2. It's like, get somebody shots and be like, can I fit my phone in your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
And if they're gay, they're like, this shit might get interesting.
And then tell them hashtag 8 hours.
Challenge.
Hashtag 8 hours.
Hashtag
8 hours.
I told my husband, who doesn't watch me on YouTube at all, which is also why I'm still married. And I told him about the 8-hour challenge. He's like, I don't think I could with that. I'm like,
Literally, she just walked in the right moment.
It's like, what's going on in here?
Hey, fellas, y'all got to step up. The women said 8-hour challenge and everybody turning it down. What's going on? Time out. Hold on.
Tap out teams.
Tap out. Look, the guys are tapping out.
You're gonna need to take 8-hour energies.
And the guy tapping out like, nah, I can't go 8 hours.
I just someday my poor kid's gonna come home from school and be like, so your mom can put her phone in her mouth. Like, what?
Oh yeah.
What is happening?
Emily, I know personally that TK has been screenshotting, so you might see me.
Thank you, TK.
Don't let them meet your kids.
You got Bixby set up?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we way past our time here.
We are. Come on, baby. Give it to us. Roll call.
Easy Computer Solutions, Scrumptious Kimmy, Ashley Morgan, Emily D. Baker-esque, Total Tech, Savage, Scientist, Mark Toronto, Sean Vega, Velez, Phone Tech at Work, Lee G, Matt Cook, Art Dog, Orlando McMinnis, Albert Yu, Big House Productions, Tech Life, Tech for Your Needs, Richie Lovey, Loyalty Mean Everything, Tech Rant, Ray 10, Minute Tech Reviews, Frank, Badix Keith Williams Senior, Technical ID Innate, RB3 Tech Reviews, Babasmista 300, Shingo 9mm, Dexter, Cumberbatch, Gary Brown, Big Goo, Tech Lovin' Mama, Scales and more, Perry Freeman, Tech Right, Haba D, Marsha Ingram, The Tech Couple, Jonathan, Rivera, LG for Reviews, Kevin, Baba Jarrell, Michael Nasby 2, Derek Floyd, Tony Healy, Ultra Tech, JG Tech Blog, Babas Mista, 300, Mike Cute Barakua and Thumai, Adrian, McCoy, Anthony, Belcher, Frank Bathiax Anonymous, RKGSD, Corey Stevens, Big Dog, Chingo 9mm, Juan Bagnall.
Never change, Bixby. Never change.
Yeah, and that's Bixby
Can you
1.0.
phone in your mouth?
Bixby 2.0 doesn't do that.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Gentlemen. Yes.
But you did it with a case on it.
With a case.
He's on it.
Look at that girthy ass case.
That is a girthy ass case, though. My case is little. Eric,
Yeah.
give your people what they want. Easy.
What?
Where's
Yeah.
your phone, though?
But I don't have my phone.
Y'all, do you believe him?
Ashley got her phone.
Ashley?
What about my phone? I'm sorry, I'm tipsy. What is
Does it fit in your mouth?
Doesn't fit in your mouth. Your S7.
Wouldn't y'all like to know?
Kimmy, I'm not even going to try with that big ass phone of yours.
I know, right?
I don't want TK to get embarrassed.
6.9 inches
I mean, that's a lot of phone, Kimmy.
of display. My God.
And it's deep with
I don't think y'all ready.
Give it a whirl. See if it fits.
For charity.
See if it fits, huh?
Just give it a whirl. See if it fits. I mean, that's a big damn phone.
Yeah.
How about the P20? P20,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
The Mi Max 3.
No. Don't try to hurt a girl.
Goodness gracious.
That's not even a phone.
That's like, yo, you might as well tell me to put my iPad in my mouth.
No.
Okay, we'll settle for the P20.
Oh, God. Did you see that response? Like, oh, we'll just settle for that.
I thought it was cool with the P20. The other one's too big to even try. You don't want to hurt somebody's jaw.
The Mate RS?
Yes, girl. Yes.
All right, Ashley.
It's her birthday.
It's our birthday. Okay.
It's my birthday, so I get a pass.
Yes.
All right. Oh, wow.
Yes, technically, T. We have a lot of talent in here.
Well, we got to get out of here. No.
Never boring.
Look, catch us next Wednesday for another episode of Wild Wednesday. We pass our time. See, y'all come here late, and y'all wait till we get tipsy in here to start asking these cuckoo questions. Oh my God. Oh, listen. This is Eric from Easy Computer Solution.
I have phone soap upstairs, Juan. My phone is always clean.
Oh, Lord. All right.
In case you didn't know, we have YouTube channels that you can subscribe to. I'm putting it on here. Kimmy doesn't have a YouTube channel, so I'm just going to link it to her Twitter.
So Kimmy got phone soap. And,
I have phone soap.
She wash her phones. I mean, look, with the IP68, IP67, you can wash your phones now.
I take a bath with my phone. Does that count?
I guess.
Oh, what you doing with your phone in the tub?
Pornhub.
You put the vibrate on?
I got this grill and this grill blasting beautiful music.
Oh, okay.
Love it.
Hi, Android stud, you're late. You're gonna have
Yeah,
to
why
press
you
the
coming
replay.
so late?
Good
Yeah.
night.
All
And
right,
good night.
we gotta go. See y'all
No,
guys.
hashtag phone in your mouth.
Thank y'all very much. We out. Peace.